It doesn't really matter whether we talk about 5, 10, or 15. The main thing is we shouldn't quarrel about dates and periodicity, but that the role and how we view the role and how the funding is made up have changed dramatically. And I think it's irreversible. That is, it's not a pendulum that may just swing back and forward as we often think, but rather an irreversible change. And so we have a new paradigm, and we're trying to solve problems, in my judgment, thinking that the old paradigm will either come back, or, alternatively, we don't believe it's changed. And I think that's why much public policy in higher education can be very, very confusing right now. Many solutions that are being proposed are in fact rooted in the older regime, not in the newer regime, with the new paradigm existing. The problem is that I think in addition to these challenges and these fears of global competition, is we forget that over the last 25 years, the role and funding of higher education has also changed. And so these solutions that are being proposing might work in 1990, but they won't work in 2010. And it doesn't mean to say that the money should come from the government, but it does mean to say some renewed funding will be needed, and how can we create the capitalization to make possible a response to these changes. Let me therefore say, in the title of this lecture, is I think we have to take these big issues of affordability and accountability and re-examine them in the context of the 21st century, and not continue to fall back on 20th century solutions and contexts. It's moving forward and saying we've got to recognize the role, the global setting, and the revenue diversity of higher education has redefined how you solve these problems. They cannot be solved in old ways. They have to be solved in new ways.